All right, welcome back, everybody. We made a little bit of progress this week. So this is our inverter, our 12 kilowatt, and we've kind of wired the AC side. Spent most of the week wiring the AC side, and we created a trunk line or home run conduit. And on one end, we have a 6 gauge, a complete 6 gauge pair, three pair, and a number 3 gauge on this other side. Now the logic being that the 6 gauge is just using this as a junction box to bypass and go into another sub panel. And this panel has its own 50 amp breaker, which then comes down here to power this plug. Now this plug will serve as a power source, input source for the inverter. Now, as you know, the inverter is powered by 3 power sources. One from the utility, another from solar, and the third from batteries. So in order to cut the system, you'll have to cut off all 3. So I'll label all of that at a future time. And also, this week we installed this combiner box, and as we mentioned in a prior video, there are 4 breakers associated, but because the breakers are placed so closely together, and I wasn't really secure about the arcing issue, so I taped any openings, and also I removed some of the circuit, so that way I would have to install it with more distance. So in essence, each circuit, each breaker controls only one leg of the circuit. So this is 4 breakers. It's going to be in charge of 2 separate strings. All right. Also, let's see. And down here are our pride and joy. Oh, we upgraded to a 4-aught cables because, well, I wasn't happy with the 2-aught, with the amount of spacing that it left at the opening. So we upgraded to 4-aught cables, which will help us with the amperage issue. But these lines connected to the batteries remain 2-aught because I didn't want to cut any lines. But it should be sufficient. So what's going on is this: we're going to have 52 volt batteries supplying 120 volt house. So the anticipated amperage will be very, very high in these feed lines. But once it gets to this junction right here, where the batteries can tie in, I'm going to have 3 to 4 sets of batteries connected to it. So without getting into the physics of it, Kirchhoff's law says that, when you hit a node, there's like a current dividing function and then a voltage dividing function depending on the setup. And hence, our anticipated load on downstream, well, I guess from a power perspective, upstream of this node will be much, much smaller. So imagine if we are drawing, let's say, 200 amps from this line. Once it gets here, every line will then, if we have 4 strings connected at this node, the amperage for these individual lines leading to each battery set will be reduced down to 50 amps. So which is nothing. So yeah, that's about it. All right. I hope this series of incremental progress helps you with your setup. All right, thank you. Bye.